Morning, welcome to my channel. My name is Joy and this is Journey with Joy. If you are new here, thank you for stopping by. For returning viewers and subscribers, thank you for always watching. I know it's been forever and I'm still in Liberia, but I've been busy, and I think the more I start posting, the harder it is to start posting again, because to be honest, I haven't even been recording. But yeah, I've been busy. Life is busy. So, but this morning it's 4:26 a.m. and I went to bed early yesterday because I was really tired. It's Sunday, March 16, 4:26 a.m. I was really tired, so I went to bed early, and I guess I woke up early. So since I'm up early and not busy for once, because normally I wake up at 5, but then I gotta get myself ready for school. Well, let me say we, because email is usually there helping. We got to get myself ready for school and stuff like that. But this morning I'm up, I'm not busy, there's no noise. So I figure, let me make a video. This video, it's actually in response to an email I got from Richard M. And I told her I was going to make a video answering her question, but I just haven't had the time to do it, so I'm going to do it right now. And I will try to answer to the best of my abilities, or what I think. The title is Thank You for Inspiring Me. Good morning, Sis Joy. I hope this email finds you well. My name is Richard. I am a 25-year-old nursing student. I've been watching your YouTube channel for years, and your journey of moving your family back to Liberia has truly inspired me. My goal is to work hard, build something meaningful, and eventually move back to Liberia as well. However, I have faced a lot of negativity from friends and family about the idea. Many people discourage me, saying it's not worth it, or warning me about the challenges. In late 2023, I took a leap of faith and bought an acre of land in Brewerville, Pearl River. I worked hard to save for it and even started building a fence. Unfortunately, some people stopped the work, claiming the land wasn't purchased from the rightful owner. I later found out 2 brothers have been selling land in the same area. I lost 13,000 United States dollars because of this and felt completely defeated. Whenever I share my story with others, I only hear more discouraging stories, some even involving violence when people try to reclaim their land. I'm sorry about what happened to you, Richard, and I've heard this story so many times. Like, I would be devastated too if I ever buy or land and lose that type of money. $13,000 is a lot of money to lose. For a while, I gave up on my dream of moving to Liberia, but God had other plans, and I came across your videos again. Watching your journey gave me the courage to visit Liberia for the first time in November 2024. That trip changed everything for me. I felt at home and was reminded of why I want to move back. The freedom, the love, the healthy food, the sense of peace, and the chance to live a full life beyond just working. Now I am planning to move back for a year to experience life in Liberia and build something comfortable for myself and my future family. I'm currently in college studying nursing, but I am also pursuing a medical building and coding certification so I can work remotely while living in Liberia. Your journey gives me hope, but I know the road ahead won't be easy. I did love to hear your thoughts and advice as someone who walked this path. Okay, before I get into the list of questions she had, let me address the situation about her losing her money and just her dream. I am really sorry that happened to you, and I'm not gonna say it doesn't happen yet a lot. It is very common. I think the biggest thing, if you want to get land, get a lawyer or look for someone reputable. The only person, and even me that live in Liberia, I'm afraid to get land in certain areas because I don't know a surveyor that I can trust, or I don't know someone that's selling land that I can trust. Even the land that I'm working on right now with my business plan, it had a little bit of land issue which didn't go anywhere because I know about it from the original owner. So the case really didn't go anywhere and I wasn't worried about it. But yeah, that happens a lot. I think the best thing to do is when you want to buy land, get a lawyer, look for a trusted surveyor, do a lot of research, and make sure you're buying, like, the lawyer should be able to help you make sure you crossing all the hurdles you need about the land. I know Liberia Land Authority have been really helpful with trying to figure out if you can purchase that land and stuff like that. So do your research. I'm so sorry. Hope, I know when we talk you said there's something cold and they're trying to figure it out. So hopefully it'll work out for you. Secondly, wanting to move to Liberia is a great thing. From the time I moved to the US, I've always wanted to move back to Liberia. And I would say you are young. 25 is pretty young. And it's your dream. If it's something you want to give a chance, give it a chance. I feel like if it doesn't work, everybody's journey is different. But if you have a dream, you got to give it a chance. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. That's all part of life. But at least you give your dream a chance. You wouldn't be saying, if I had known. And that was my perspective in coming to Liberia. It has always been my dream, and I said, I'll give you a chance. If it doesn't work, or I don't like it, there is no shame in it. I don't like it. I'm just as much as an American as I am a Liberian. I'm not saying I don't like America. America is just as much my home. That's where my son was born. That's where all of his family are. But Liberia is my dream, and I wanted to give it a chance, and that's what I did. I would strongly suggest you come for a year. Since you're young, find an apartment somewhere in town or Concord Town area, and just experience Liberia for a year. Like, because you I don't know, me, I plan ahead. You're 25. You plan to get, I'm assuming you plan to get married at some point. Maybe you plan to have kids at some point. So come for that year. Experience Liberia. Look at where you think you want to buy land. If you do have kids, if you want them to stay here for school, look at schools. And I know it's far. Maybe it's far from your future. Maybe it's 6, 7 years from now. But I'm a huge planner. Like, I'm already looking at schools for my son when he's in 9th grade. And he's not even in 1st grade yet. So that's the type of person I am. So I'm just speaking from my perspective. Look at schools that you like. Look at tuitions. Consider, like, are you open to meeting someone in Liberia? Are you in a serious relationship in the US? Is the person open to coming to Liberia? Because I've heard a lot of stories that most time when people move to Liberia, something gotta give. You either lose your relationship because there's not a lot of people that are on the same page of moving to Liberia at all. I was lucky to meet someone that was willing to follow me on my journey and give Liberia a chance. So I feel like you should consider all of that if you're in a serious relationship in the US. How's Liberia going to affect it? If you're open, they are wonderful people. You have met a lot of people that moved to Liberia that are young also. I've met a lot of foreigners, like from Malawi, Kenya, Nigeria, Ghana, that are even from abroad that are living in Liberia for work. So it's not like you cannot meet anybody great in Liberia. You can be wonderful people in Liberia. Today, it's not everybody that's struggling. So if you're open to meeting people in Liberia, then consider all of that relationship wise, having a family wise. What do you want? Think about that. But I feel like your best years is when you should experience what you want to experience. you're 25 when you finish nursing school and building and coding, I would say give it a year. Get an apartment. You don't need to build a house just yet. You can get an apartment, come for a year, see if you like it. Or you can save for your house project, because I know sometimes people don't, after that 1 year, you don't want to go back. Or when you go back, you don't want to stay too long. But yeah, that's just my opinion. I think you should come, see, give it a year, experience Liberia, see what irks you, see what are your pet peeves of living in Liberia, uh, what are your deal breakers, and then try to work on that and save for that. And if you still do want to move to Liberia, you start your project. While you are here for that year, you can find your ideal land, because that way you are here and you know where you want to stay. You have experienced Liberia traffic, you have experienced the noise in certain areas, you have driven around, you have made friends. And nowadays, there's a lot of groups for expats that can help you connect with people. I know I'm part of a group called Monrovia Ladies Community, and it's a expat community that help you connect with other expat women, help you find things. You can buy things on there. They can recommend places to you and stuff like that. So there are a couple of groups like that is helping people connect. So when you are here, you can find your niche or make some friends as you go along. Now let's get into the questions. The first question: do you think living in Liberia is worth it considering all the challenges? In my opinion, I think it is worth it. I love living in Liberia. I know my sons love living in Liberia. He's 5 now, and he speaks his mind. He tells me he can make his own decisions. But he loved being here. With all the challenges, I still love it here. But then again, I don't see a lot of things I challenge as difficult. I try to navigate things. I think for me, my biggest challenge in Liberia is the road. Like the roads are bad, take you long, and I think I say that in almost every video. It take you long to get places, or at least where I live, the road is bad, because I've gone a couple of other areas to visit people that the road is good, but where I live, the road is really bad. So that's my biggest challenge. And then dealing with people is another challenge. Like there are just little things that annoys me about dealing with people and navigating the whole cultural difference of appreciation, of being thankful, of even asking for things. I know there's a lot of people here don't say please when they ask for something. Like the other day, for instance, Email left creamer wheat in the car. He was going to call the driver to give it to him, but then he saw a message on his phone: I'm eating the creamer wheat. Can I please eat the creamer wheat? Is that too difficult to say? No, and that's just an example that popped up in my head right now. But a lot of people don't say please when they ask for stuff, and I find that annoying. People are not appreciative, and or maybe it's just how they appreciate. But like you bend over backwards for people, and it's like okay, but yeah. I think my biggest challenge is the road. I think it's still worth living in Liberia. You do have peace of mind, at least compared to the US. Like while I was there, there's not a lot of stress. There's what else? Like just this relaxing feeling that I get while being in Liberia. So I think it's worth it with all the challenges. If you find that spot, like your perfect place between comfort and the challenge, you'll be fine. The next question is: if you could wake up tomorrow and it was all a dream, will you still choose to move back to Liberia? Yes, I would still choose to move back to Liberia. I don't regret moving to Liberia. I'm still in the process of settling the way I want to settle. So I know I've been in Liberia for about 4 years, but I feel like I still haven't settled yet because I still have like one foot in the U.S. and one foot in Liberia. Um, but if I wake up tomorrow, I will still do this. I will still move to Liberia. I don't regret it. I love being here. My family love being here. It is wonderful. Uh, like you said, there are challenges, there are up and downs. They are just, I think mostly they are just annoying stuff, like things that I feel should be common sense. That's where I have challenges at seeing annoying stuff and people being dishonest. It irks me, and but I would still move to Liberia. If I woke up and it was a dream, I will do it again. I will still move to Liberia. I don't regret moving here at all. 3. What trades, skills, or jobs do you think are most practical for earning or living in Liberia? Uh, it depends. So there are a lot of international organizations that will pay you kind of like the same pay rate you are used to from the US, like working with UN House and a couple other places. Uh, there are local jobs too that might pay you up to 500 or so. Working with the U.S. Embassy, you might find jobs that pay you 3,000 a month. I know people that work there, or like close to what you make in the U.S. or even so. So like if you want to work for people, you can look in the business. I feel like Liberia is still a virgin with a lot of businesses. There are a lot of things that I am more into entertainment, and really that's my goal for Liberia. But most of the entertainment businesses I want to do in Liberia are a bit expensive. So, but let me see if I can think of a business idea up at the top of my head. Like even if you do those, I know there are a lot of photo studios, but I was thinking like I haven't really seen like holiday photos where. Um, you have Santa set up, and I know it'll be difficult to find a Santa in Liberia, but it's really nice holiday photo setup. If you open a photo studio that do fairy tale setup sort of photo sets up, where you get those fairy wings for kids, have a real fairy tale setup for the holidays or even Easter's, and just do holiday photos. I think that's something that will make money. Uh, there are a lot of businesses. Come do your research. I can keep naming. Maybe when we talk on the phone, I will give you a few ideas. But there are things. Liberia is a virgin. I really am trying to get in the entertainment space that is not just beach club and restaurant. So looking at like the new place they opened, Joyland, is really great. I love it. That's something that is not just a beach or club or a restaurant. So businesses like that, I feel like it would take off. Even uh, now there are delivery services in Liberia, so that's good. I used a service one time that they brought gift and play music. I feel like it wasn't up to par, but it was nice. I paid two. I think I've talked about it before. I even paid $230 for the basket, and I felt the basket wasn't worth the price. So even things like that, where you put actual things that people would use, like a water bottle, perfume, or things like that in the gift baskets, those would be nice. Yeah, and then on the line of work, you nursing. I don't know how much nursing pays in Liberia, but nursing is a good field. Um, you even if you do some Liberia finding jobs with a degree, most places you probably want to have a bachelor's or a master's. those are with a master degree, you have a better chance of finding a job with a good organization that will pay you at least at a level that it will make you comfortable, that you feel like, okay, I can live comfortably in Liberia. So, career wise, try to maybe do a master's in business management, public administration. Those are the big things in Liberia. But getting a, if you want to work for good companies, I don't know about you asking friends and family to find you work or using connection to find work. Chances are they might not care about your credentials. But if you are looking for a job with a good company, a reputable company like the U.S. Embassy, UN House, even these factories like Asilamenta, Club B and stuff like that, you that will pay you a good amount. You want to have a bachelor's or a master's in something. Uh, what advice would you give me that you wish someone had given you before you moved? I would say pay attention to the place you buy your land. I'm grateful that I didn't buy my land too far away from the city because now there's not a lot of places with good school right now in Liberia. I think all of the good schools that I found that were up to my standard for my son were in town. So right now it takes him, he leaves the house around 6:40 and he gets to school around 7:50. So it takes him about an hour to get to school and about an hour and change to come home because they get out of school at 2:45. He gets home at 4. So about an hour, 50 minutes to come home. And if I would have bought my land farther out, it would have been even worse, or I would have had to homeschool him. So when you are buying your land or your property, consider the distance to the city. At least for now, everything is in Cinco or Painesville, so consider that how far it is to the city. If you have kids, what schools, how far would they be from school or from good schools? Consider your distance to a good hospital or at least to drive. That is my biggest advice. Oh, I wish someone would have given me. However, another advice that I would give you is safe. Be prepared for Liberia. Because if you want comfort, you have to work for it. Liberia is not cheap. No one should tell you Liberia is cheap. Because it's comfortable. You can make it comfortable for yourself. But it's not cheap to have that comfort. The things you like are expensive. The things you are used to are considered luxury in Liberia. So you got to remember that. The things you are used to in your everyday life are considered luxury. Things are getting better. There are gas stoves and stuff. A lot of people use this gas stove now. So at least there's that. You can have a stove and oven at home. But there are other things you used to that are considered luxury. The 24-hour electricity is a luxury in Liberia. So consider all of that. Moving around comfortably, whether you are using car or taking care or whatever, transportation is expensive in Liberia. I know a few of my friends that live in Cinco are not too concerned about transportation because everywhere is just right there, so they can walk. A friend of mine walk her son to school, and all the restaurants are right there. She takes transportation; it's not that much. She's probably leaving from Singa to town, so it depends where you live. Transportation can be a lot, so be prepared. Plan. You will not plan for everything. Life happens, but at least if you're prepared for most things, when the unexpected happen, it will not drain you. I hate to get frustrated or overwhelmed, so I'm a huge planner. And that's one of my biggest advice to anybody: plan. And then Number 5, how do you handle setbacks like the land issue I experienced and keep going? Uh, I haven't really had a difficult setback, knocking on wood. I haven't really had like a really difficult setback, but uh, I think how I would have handled what happened to you is see the quotes. What are my options there? Uh, it's a lesson learned. It's a lot of money to lose. I might take a break from building in Liberia, like you said. But if that dream come back, I'll give myself another chance, and I'll just do my research more this time around. I'll make sure I find a reputable source to buy a land from. I will make sure I get a lawyer, and maybe I will start with about 2 lots or so. That's no more than 1.5 or 1.7, just because I'm 13,000 is a lot of money to lose. Uh, and I know 3,000 or 4,000 is still a lot, but at least it's less than that. It's less than 13,000. So I would try to do my research more, get a lawyer, and go from there. The little setbacks I've had with things and projects, I take a deep breath, maybe retreat for a while, and just process it. I'm really a positive person. Most things I would say it could have been worse, or I'm glad it wasn't this bad. Like for instance, of the land situation, I would be grateful that I didn't finish building on it, and then we're in court for my home that is over 60, 70,000. So I would take that as a positive from the situation, even though I would still be angry and frustrated, but I would try to find a positive in that setback and try to work my mind from there. Hope that answer your question, I think. And then the last question. How has moving back changed your perspective on on life and family? Ah, it it has given me more time with my family. It has helped me make more friends. Uh, how should I answer this question? I'm trying to think. I coming growing up as a young woman, I want a happy home, a family that we can spend time together, and not always working. I remember when I was pregnant for Marcellus, or when after I had Marcellus, Emmanuel and I was just, he's coming, I'm leaving because we got to take care of Marcellus, so I had to work a different shift than him. So it was like, he's coming home, I'm leaving. So we're spending a lot of time together. Now we have more time together as a family. We are connecting with our son more. He's loving being here. He's making a lot of friends. When we were in the U.S., my son was really shy. I was actually worried about him being social and making friends. But since we moved here, he's been making a lot of friends in school. The teacher praises him. He's really smart. He's doing extremely well. And when his friends come over or when he go for play dates, they have a lot of fun. It has made me appreciate my family more. It has made me appreciate spending time with my family more. Uh, Living in Liberia have made me connect with my family more. Yeah, I'm not sure if that answers your question, but I think that's all I can think of for now. And then that was the last question. Then she said, "Thank you so much for being a source of inspiration. Your videos remind me that even with challenges, moving back to Liberia is possible. I'm grateful for your honesty, positivity, and resilience. I'd love to hear from you whenever you have a moment. Thank you again for sharing your journey with the world. It helps me rediscover how. It helped me rediscover hope and my purpose. I'm glad my videos have been helpful and I'm gonna try to post. I think I just got to get back in the groove because I know I'm busy, but I don't think it's the busyness anymore. It's more of because of that bit trying to adjust to that busyness. I've lost, not really lost interest, but I've just disconnected with walking around with a camera and trying to record and posting. Because we had a big birthday party for my sellers, and I didn't even make a video to post. I'll put a clip from the end of the birthday so you guys can see, but I didn't even make a video of the whole process to post. So I've really disconnected with posting, and I need to find that groove again to start posting again. But I hope I will get there. Richard, it was nice hearing from you. Reading your email also inspired me to try to post again. So I will try to do that. Thank you for your time. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. Hope everyone is staying blessed. Hope everyone is having a wonderful year. Let me see it's what time in the US. Maybe I'll post this video right now once I'm done. Okay, it's late, so I'll post it tomorrow. But I hope you enjoy the video when you do watch it. Stay blessed.